one video has 44 views, the next video has 44k. Sam can make a video on any game and it'll get like over 500k. It's a skill, it's a trade. You can definitely apply it in the real world. So you can't just get the AI to fucking do it all for you, but you can definitely like get steered on the right path. Where are these views coming from? So I have gotten almost 1 million views from YouTube search. So welcome everyone to my first seminar. I'm Cool Kid Croc and this is the Kenshi Content Creators Guide. I'm basically going to be giving you guys all the information that I wanted to know when I first got into content creation. I've been into it for about 4 years, going on 5. So I'll pull up my analytics from like the time that I started and you guys can kind of see just how much this has grown. We started with like 5 simple videos and one of them was a Kenshi video which took off a little bit. It got like a few thousand views, and since then I have amassed a lot of views from this game and other games similar. Kaplurf was a very similar game to Kenshi and RimWorld, but really today I'm going to be focusing on Kenshi. I was going to maybe do one about gaming, but I think it's just going to be better to do it about Kenshi because I know this game really well. I can give you guys specific examples on everything you need to know. And we have this outline here, which I'll be sharing after the seminar is done, which I'm going to be adding to as we go along. The few different things I really want to talk about is like how to make this Kenshi content, how to figure out where to start. And even if you're going for another game, like I said, a lot of this stuff can be cross-applied. I'm just picking Kenshi because it's going to be an easy way for me to explain all this stuff to you guys. Recording, editing, production, personality, that's another one. Like I basically have 20 things outlined here that I want to get through. So where to start, of course. So you're starting a Kenshi channel, you need a name. Why did I choose Cool Kid Croc? It's not even a really good channel name. It was just really unique. Like, it doesn't relate to Kenshi. But what I would do is I would think of Kenshi related names. Like, let's think of some good ones. So in Kenshi, let's say some of the races for characters are like hivers and stuff. What if somebody was named, you know, Gorlob the Hiver, you know? Gorlob the Hiver, he sounds like a booming content creator. You immediately know what the name is, like what the channel is about if you play Kenshi. So you need a name. You need to figure out what's going to be your niche. We're going to be pretending we're going to be Gorlob the Hiver today. This is going to be our YouTube channel that we're creating. So you're of course going to be creating your own, but the planning and preparation of everything is really big. So when I started my channel, the very start here in like July, I uploaded my first videos in 2019. When I started the channel is very bare bones, so let me show you. My oldest videos, I made 5 videos, and I think this is one of the key rules. You need to figure out 5 videos you want to make, because this basically led me to like everything where I'm at right now. You can see there's contrasting, like, okay, one video has 44 views, the next video has 44k. That is like, that isn't a script, like if one person would have clicked that would have fucked up this whole thing. But look at that, 44 views to 44k. So what went wrong in this video? When I made this video, look, it's me in my old basement. Yeah, I was like high as hell, dude. It was like one of my first recordings ever. Not a really good one, you know, probably like camera shy and everything, but this is a start. I did this video, I did a channel introduction, and then I made 2 different Kenshi mod videos, and I made a what I learned by doing YouTube video, which almost broke 100 views, but still, that I figured out that wouldn't be my niche. Commentary and talking about random shit wouldn't be my niche. What I noticed at the time was when I played Kenshi and I searched up stuff like Kenshi guide. Let me search it up right now. Right now, you'll see a lot of results from 4 years ago. Try to find some from like 5 years ago. So the whole reason why I chose Kenshi when I started was because there's a decent amount of player base. Yeah, I can't find one anywhere on here. There's a decent amount of people playing the game, but there wasn't a lot of content out for it. I think one of the first guys who was doing it was like Tobal Plays. And these are just like raw recording videos of him playing the game, and he got 400,000 views. Crazy, you know, 22.4K. Poor Tobo, he hasn't uploaded in a while. So this is what I'm going to be trying to steer you guys away from too, making sure you don't get locked down. So the first thing is pick your niche. You know, figure out 5 videos you want to make. And once you have that, you need to figure out some formats, styles. So who are you as a creator? What I mean by this is, when you go to my videos, I have a lot of videos that are very different. Like, it's best to look at a playlist page. If I go to, say, my oldest Kenshi series, my Let's Struggle, or my Let's Play Struggle, this was like a very early adaptation of what I wanted to do for the game. I didn't know really how to make videos on the game, and this is something that you might, you know, have a little bit of trouble with too, figuring out how to display the game to different people and stuff like that. What I figured out was I'd record the game for a few hours, and then afterwards I came on and I did post commentary. Now this is 3 or 4 years ago, so this is way back when Croc didn't have a good YouTube voice or anything. Like, but this was the start, and what I did was I made this little format where I would take the gameplay, I would record for like 2 to 3 hours, and I would split it up into the parts that I thought were interesting, and then I'd make a script off of it. The first episodes, I don't think I scripted, I just kind of like free commentaried it, but then after, I think around episode 5 or so, like 6 or something, somewhere in a series, I start making scripts for the episodes, and it really worked out well. Like, this was how I met a lot of like people, and Gunner, who's one of my mods, you can see him comment on this video from 3 years ago. Like, this was my gateway into the Kenshi community. So when I look at my videos now, you can see like the oldest ones look very rough. There's like the titles aren't exactly there, the thumbnails aren't there, the metadata wasn't. Like, this video that has 2,500 views should probably have like 10,000. I just didn't set it up properly. One thing I really realized with making gaming content is that a lot of these like channels, so let me search up, I want to show Nurse. Nurse is a really good channel. Nurse is a like gameplay channel, and she blew up big time within the past few years. But yeah, her first videos on Kenshi were very like, you see after like 5 seconds you can tell it's gonna be a good video. Like this is why like Nurse blew up from this type of content. Now this video has 50K. That got her, you know, a good start in the community, and then blowing up off clips and stuff, and now she's playing other games too now. The main thing though is like, yeah, that form of content was really interesting at the time because nobody else was doing it. Everybody else was making like very unedited Kenshi gameplay videos. So you want to figure out like what your video style is going to be. Are you going to be a live streamer? Are you going to be just doing let's plays? Are you going to be editing at all? What type of like videos do you want to make? So for me in particular, I was like, well, I want to do some mod videos because I really like mods. I've always liked mods in video games, and it's a good way to keep on having new content on a single player game. Like, with majority of games, you can't really just create content out of thin air if you've played the game all the way through. At least with mods, you can always find new stuff to put on for videos. You can make a whole video out of mods, which I've done numerous times, and people love them, you know? My mod lists and other stuff are like some of my most like popular videos. But what I figured out was I need to figure out what I want to do. So I was playing Kenshi, I knew that got decent amount of views, and I was getting like decent amount of engagement. So what I did from there was I came up with different, you know, sub-genres within Kenshi gameplay that I would cover. So not only am I playing Kenshi, but I started doing stuff like, I made the guide. This video took like a whole day to make, like a script, record, and everything, and then edit, and then boom, it's got 200K now. And this is like one of the best Kenshi guides on the website, like according to the population of YouTube. These other videos as well, like Kenshi 2, I knew right when that game was being announced that if I'm playing Kenshi, I'm going to want to be covering the next game that's going to be coming up. Because, especially if I want to continue making Kenshi videos, I want to line myself up properly for that game. And there wasn't really anybody making like news videos or covering the game either. So that is the main thing. Like with Kenshi, there are people covering different fields and different stuff right now. But it's not like you can't really like carve out your own niche. Especially with like other games as well. This stuff like really applies to, if a game comes out tomorrow and you really like it, and then you see like it's got a decent amount of player base but no content, you know, that's your best shot to like finally get into it. So you got your niche and target audience. You're figuring out your Kenshi video style. So let's think of some styles we can do. So we can do gameplay unedited. This is probably the worst of all of them. It's hard to, just because it's hard to get away with, like nobody really wants to watch Kenshi unedited. You can play the game edited, so you can make different stories from them. Now this leads into like more stuff though, because you can't just do like, say, Kenshi Let's Play edited episode 1. That is a fucking awful title. What you would want to do, after I strike through this one, fuck it, I can't find strike through. What you would want to name your edited gameplay Kenshi video is something along the lines of like, you know, I started playing Kenshi, and then insert challenge, or insert poll-in. So you already got people polled in by the I started playing Kenshi part, but the insert challenge part, I mean, this can be a lot of things, man. So let me go through some of the examples I can think of. So I did it like, let me just look at my own channel. So what I did with last series I did with the Kenshi 100 days with tomfoolery. I started it, can I survive 100 days solo in Kenshi? And this was like the first video which led up into the series. From there, I thought of different ideas before the episode happened and I had different goals in mind. And then I would try to follow like one of them. I figured out which one ended up happening within the gameplay and then making the video around that. So, you know, instead of saying like Kenshi episode 1, Kenshi episode 2, Kenshi episode 3, Kenshi episode 4, Kenshi episode 5, it's the Can I Survive 100 Days Solo in Kenshi. I joined the Shinobi Thieves in Kenshi. I made 100k in Kenshi by stealing. All these titles are made so that new viewers and anybody who's just watching the content doesn't have to feel like they have to watch like a whole series worth of videos. It's always nice because I can put the playlist in the description and people will check it out afterwards. But in reality, your videos, especially when it comes to gaming, should not be like in a Let's Play format where people have to watch every single video, if that makes sense, because you would think it works well for watch time, but really you're competing with like recommendations on top of watch time. So when someone finds I keep dying in Kenshi and then they watch it and they get like me doing the Chills Plays Kenshi bit, you know, that's funny as hell. That's a good video, but that's gonna pull in somebody way more than if this video was titled Kenshi episode 18. It would probably have like 1,000 views instead of like 6,000. Maybe it'd have more, but yeah, that's just where I'm coming from with that. So titles are like super important. That's one of the main things. How do you use, or how do you get good titles? The best way that I can tell you is that you gotta go into Chatgpt and figure it out. So like I said, we're gonna be Gorlob the Hiver. Let's start with a simple prompt for Chatgpt. I'm gonna tell it, you are going to roleplay as a brand new YouTuber. Maybe not even roleplay, just you are Gorlob the Hiver is a Kenshi focused channel. Now, the tricky part with Chatgpt is putting in all these little things that help you get to the answer that you want. So you can't just get the AI to fucking do it all for you, but you can definitely like get steered on the right path. So let's say I want to do this. I have the title, I have my channel all set up. I just need video ideas. I'll say, help me figure out a list of Kenshi video ideas which are likely to go viral and receive, I don't know, let's say over 10,000 views. That's not really viral, but I mean for Kenshi and a brand new channel. If you get 10,000 views on your first video, that's really good. I'm gonna say with that too, give me a title for the video and a reason behind why the video will go viral or interest viewers. As well as use professional marketing tactics and SEO, because you do not want to be doing this shit blindly, and you do not want to have AI fucking it up, and you're gonna have a lot of stuff to like sift through and make sure it's correct. Like AI can give you false answers. So let's see, what is it gonna give me for this? Okay, here we go. Kenshi base building guide from rags to riches. That's a good one. Kenshi mod showcase, must have mods for an enhanced experience. Yeah, that's a good video. Kenshi world lore and history, unraveling the mysteries. Combat masterclass, advanced fighting techniques. These are all fucking really solid videos. I might make some of these videos, okay? Kenshi challenge run, naked and afraid in the Ashlands. You know, like these are really good. Kenshi Mythbusters. You can do this with fucking any video game. But yeah, the point being is that when you're starting out, just use Chatgpt to brainstorm and lead you in the right direction. Now, you're not going to want to let just the Chatgpt do everything for you, because then that's going to be a nightmare. If you end up letting AI like control your content way too much, yeah, you're just going to not be like respected. The whole point about content creation is sort of portraying yourself through these videos. So you, Gorlaw Behiver, you have now put this list into ChatGPT, and then the answer it gave us 8 amazing video ideas, and we can regenerate it. We can get another 8, you know. And it does it in a different way. Look, the first video is the same, but the second one's different. Like, you can get a lot of brainstorming, a lot of ideas from here, especially if you're lost on like where to start. Now, other than Nurse, I showed off Nurse. I want to show off some other Kenshi creators. So when you search up Kenshi, one of the first channels right now is Reggie. He is one of the oldest guys in the Kenshi community. He was back around way back. Yeah, he made a I found Kenshi's biggest Chad video, and that was back when the community was like, what, me, Mathis, Tobal, and him, Pixel Rookie, and I forgot the other 2 names. And then R Damn the Terror. That's a really good video though. But that was a really funny piece of content and stuff. From there, he took a little bit of a break, and then he came back and just fucking smashed it. 1.2 million views on I Created a Secret Society of Hivers in Kenshi. Just amazing. He knows like good people in the YouTube community, and he networks really well, which is one of the main things. Like networking will help a lot. But no, these videos are like really good, as you can see, and he's been able to go from like Kenshi to other games now like pretty easily. You can see some of the lower view videos, 6.1k on Teardown. That still isn't even that bad. That's like pretty good. He does have like 200k now, but still 6,000 views on like a random Teardown video is pretty good, especially if that's not like your carved in niche yet. Some other Kenshi creators I want to show. Where's their boy? Well, I guess so I just have to search him up. General Sam. This is a really good creator. I used to watch him a lot, way more when I was like before I was starting YouTube and whatnot. But he did a lot of these big like Kenshi videos, like starting all the way back from like 5 years ago. He's just been putting them out, but he was like one of the only guys who made like really high quality Kenshi videos. Let me see, I can't even find them. Yeah, like only play this if you like cock and ball torture. This was like a really good video idea and title, just because it's so brain dead and catches people in. And if they find the video fun, then it's fun, and they stick around. Now, he has like an actual platform though, like a whole platform where like Sam can make a video on any game and it'll get like over 500k. If his video with a toilet as the thumbnail, 300k, you know? Stuff like that, you're not going to be hitting, and you're at a way smaller point. Unless you do these videos for 5-10 years, or you really establish yourself, don't expect to do stuff exactly like that. But see how, like, creators like Sam and, like, Call Me Kevin, he's done some Kenshi videos as well, which are, they're really, like, entertaining. They're, yeah, he's only done one, actually. But a really good game. Really good, like, gameplay videos are, like, at least what you should be going for. Now, like, some smaller, examples in the community, like this guy, Papa Cheddar, he came up, like, recently, not too long ago. He started out making Minecraft videos, and you can see with Kenshi as the niche, he's at 10k now, doing fine, like, videos over 1,000 views each, which is, really good. Compared to, you know, well, Minecraft. I used to do Minecraft on my old channel too, and yeah, it's a oversaturated market. The thing with Kenshi right now is I think that almost anyone can make like a Kenshi video and then have it kind of pop off. Like, let's sort Kenshi videos by this week. So we see one from me, Wasabi Cracker. This is like another channel that's popped up recently, and he's been like pumping out Kenshi content. Let's see, this guy has like 230 subscribers, and yeah, it's the reason why is, like I said, the episode numbers. So he's getting like 50 to 60 views on some of these, close to 100 views, over 100 views, which is really good. But if he optimized his titles and, yeah, just his titles and thumbnails, really, he could probably get away with not even having to edit the videos. I would just highly recommend against putting stuff like that in your title, like the episode number. At least from my personal experience, it always does better when you don't do it. So, but those are some of the best creators I know. So equipment to use, like what equipment do I have? So I have an AT like 2020 for microphone. The I'll put links after for all of these for the equipment that I use and stuff. Yeah, equipment to use though. I started with like a really bare computer, like a DDR3 build. And Kenshi was like really slow on it. So of course I played the game on lower settings and whatnot, and I won't pull it up, but you can only imagine with my older videos how the quality has improved, because I used to render out at like 1080p and the game was recorded at 720. Now I'm recording at, you know, 4K and it's going out in 4K, which is a huge like difference. For myself, for equipment, like really all you need is a simple microphone and Audacity. If you use Audacity, this is like the best program to use because it's free, it's simple. You can find lots of tutorials for it. You just hit the button, boom, you start recording, and you're good to go. Like, Audacity is going to be your best bet for at least a free audio editing software. If you're looking for a video editing software, I recommend either Adobe or Vegas. If you're looking for paid options, I use Vegas myself, and I've used Vegas for like 7 years. The free alternative, though, is DaVinci Resolve. It's pretty good. I used it a little bit, but I just stay on Vegas. But if I needed to start on out with editing, I would say learn how to use DaVinci Resolve, because if you can learn how to use DaVinci Resolve to just do simple edits, stuff from green screen to putting splits in your clips to syncing audio and all that shit, if you can just put together videos on it, then you don't need to buy an editing software. And DaVinci Resolve is like one of our like higher end editing softwares. I'd say it's actually like even better than Sony Vegas. I just use Sony Vegas because it's so streamlined in my head. I've been using it forever. So yeah, that's my like advice, at least for editing software. The one other big thing you're gonna need is thumbnails. Some people don't make their own thumbnails, but what I like to do is I'll go into Kenshi, and I'll take screenshots when I'm in the game, like of different parts in the game, just like this. And from these, I'll take them and I'll make my thumbnails in Photoshop. You know, cut out the character, do whatever. Like this is a pretty good example. This is like tomfoolery on one photo, and then I can show you off a channel, one of the recent videos. Yeah, I soloed the strongest NPC in Kenshi. So you can see like a what I did to the thumbnail compared to what it was before. Like this one just looks better. It's a very simple transition, but yeah, you can take a simple photo from the game and make it look sick. Put in other stuff in the background. We got tomfoolery and cat lawn in the background too. It looks cool, and that's one of the things like I try to do at my channel, which helps it stand out. Like people come here, and if they're trying to watch videos, they'll see all the titles and thumbnails and be like, wow, okay, this is a channel that, yeah, deserves like around 10K. Some people will even say more, and some people would even say less. To those people, I say, fuck you. The next thing I want to talk about, because audio, video editing, and Photoshop software is all pretty much the basic fundamentals. Once you've got your videos in order, like once you have your first few videos together and you want to start doing this stuff, what you need to do is start learning how to metadata, how to SEO, how to professional marketing tactic. You want to learn this shit, okay? I'm not kidding, because metadata, at least, you're going to want decent descriptions. That's one of the main things I find. You don't want to spend too long on them, like writing them yourself, but if you can get Chatgpt to set you up with like some nice templates or some consistent results, then you'll probably be looking at it a little bit better. Now, tags are there as well. There's like gaming and stuff. I'm not going to show you how to upload a full YouTube video, but let me show you on one of my videos what it looks like. So, I soloed the strongest NPC in Kenshi. I have my like 3-paragraph description, which I mainly got from ChatGPT. You then go through, proofread it, whatever. I've got my cool optimized title that I really like. I got my previous episode in the series and the full series playlist, links, and then hashtags. The game I'm playing, I always put first, and then I'll put like gaming, and then a few other ones. Now, what out of all of this stuff actually works though? Because what I can go to is in my lifetime views, I can see exactly like the breakdown of a traffic source. Where are these views coming from? So I have gotten almost 1 million views from YouTube search. I've gotten almost 700,000 from browse, 300K from shorts. And then, yeah, it goes on, like 200K from suggested, etc., etc. There's 3 different, like, marketing strategies I find, which are basically summarized here. There's the search strategy, the SEO one, where you're trying to target a topic or a niche that you know people are searching up. So say with Kenshi, I know people are going to be looking up Kenshi too. I know people want to be finding this game. So if I make videos on Kenshi 2, I know that's going to get searched up, and that's how I get so many views through YouTube search. Like, I would go to reckon a majority of these YouTube search views and impressions are likely from like the Kenshi 2 videos or the Kenshi guide and my like bigger hits like that. The second type of like strategy you can kind of follow is the browse strategy and recommendations. So instead of targeting YouTube search and what you want to make the video about, like as if you're making a guide, you know, you'll make a guide and say the guide to using sabers in Kenshi. That's a very YouTube specific search that might get views through recommendations, but that's going to get a lot of views through YouTube search. Now, a video like, let me go to my channel and find, like I let ChatGPT play Kenshi. That's a more like recommendation click video. A lot of these videos are more like recommendation click videos because I spent 24 hours fighting Kenshi's biggest creature. There's nothing like really inherently crazy about that other than like spending 24 hours. It's just it pulls in like really well. And if you don't have any familiarity with anyone on YouTube yet, each video is going to help you. Even if somebody doesn't like click on your video, they might see the next video pop up, the next video pop up, the next video pop up. They start to figure out the thumbnail style, and until YouTube kicks your ass out of your recommendations, you're just going to be popping up in there no matter what. So my like best advice for this is just creating content that is a bit of both. Make some mod videos, make some videos like I did about the guide, like the best essential Kenshi mods video. That was a very search worthy video and recommendation worthy video, but it got a majority of its views from YouTube search. Actually, let me go to this exact video, like analytics, and see what it came out to, because so a traffic source, yeah. So you can see out of these 45K, about 30K are from YouTube search, 8,000 are external, so probably Reddit or shared links, and then only a few thousand are from like channel page, browse, suggested videos, anything like that. Like this video really only got watched because people were searching it up. Now, if I look at a different video, like one of my recent videos, how I soloed the strongest NPC in Kenshi, you can see my traffic source right down here is way different now. So 63% of, or 4% of people find me through browse, and only a few hundred people are finding me through YouTube search now. Like, it's way different because this video is targeted more towards like an audience I've already built up, and it'll keep on going up slowly and depend on how I promote that content and what I do with it afterwards. You know, it'll change. But yeah, this like video is way like higher on a percentage of getting recommendations, and like 10% search isn't even that bad either. It's like that's a very like healthy percentage ratio for a video to have. Now now that I've gone over like a lot of the different ins and outs of making the videos, community building and engagement is really big. It's something I like didn't really do too well at until like recently, and I'm still trying to get better at. Like, you're gonna want to be networking with these other creators. You're gonna want to be just comment on another Kenshi YouTuber's channel. Comment, like, if you're doing any type of field ever, you just want to surround yourself and get to know and familiarize yourself with people that are doing things that are the same like as you, basically. You know, so say with I don't know, if I search up like that Papa Cheddar gaming guy, if I look him up and I look at his Kenshi videos, I'll go, okay, like, yeah, this guy like looks like his videos might be like similar to mine, or like it's saying like it's Kenshi title and whatever, and then watch it, and then it's going to be a whole different style, whole different like person, different jokes, different lore, little background stories and whatnot, like and you can see it, like, the engagement is really high. Like, 154 comments is fucking insane on a video. With, like, 3,000 views. So, trying to keep your community engaged in different ways is really one of the main things. Like, it's going to be way harder for you to figure out than making the videos. Because making the videos, you're going to get better at time. With handling people, you can always just get worse, or you can deal with worse people, or you just not deal with anyone at all, which is ideally the worst scenario possible, I think. So what I like to do to try to keep like in the community and keep myself in like people's eyes and shit is community building shit by the way of like responding to comments. I offer like a Discord server so people can join that and then interact with me or hang out in there. Like responding to messages, personal messages or emails and stuff like that I get. Stuff like that you always want to do, because that interaction that you have with that person, you're going to want to keep it like kind of on brand. Like, you're not going to be talking like how you talk to one of your buddies that you're texting or some shit. Or it's not like you're you know, you don't have like an image to uphold or whatever, because like ideally with my content and with how I try to interact with people now, I just try to make it like very well, it's me, it's who I am, but it's very like loose or laid back, funny or cool, shit like that. So I would say respond to comments, respond to messages, do all that stuff. Like I even have some comments that, you know, I need to respond to, but if I go to like comments I have responded to, like I have a good amount where, you know, if I see someone starts like a good topic or good sort of like a point now, I'll just, you know, I'll respond to it because I get so many comments now, of course, can't respond to them all, or you don't want to make it look like you're just like pity commenting back, like hoping they're gonna engage with you. But if somebody leaves a good comment, like engage with that good comment, and maybe you can like establish more of a relationship with them, either as like a creator to a viewer or like as like an actual person to person. Now, the main thing is like, because with me, I'm doing a Discord server and I'm having all these people from Kenshi join the server. I'm trying to foster like my own community or make it so I don't have to sort of like live within other communities as much. It doesn't mean I don't need to, I don't live in other communities, but I have like my own community here. Now, once you get into this position, you have to realize that there's going to be people who are like just hateful, negative, you know, just like children, people fucking with you, stuff like that. So you're going to need to try to figure out ways to like actually make your community positive and not a toxic cesspool for kids to just spew bullshit into. One of the main things I do is like whenever somebody acts like super out of line in my Discord, I just ban them right away and don't say anything. Like try not to give them any attention, and that usually seems to work. At most, they might make another account and then boom, okay, ban it again. Like whatever. But you're going to want to actually keep a close tabs and like a close eye on your community, because everything that goes on there is so like fucking important. If you have like over moderation, people are going to complain about that. If you don't have moderation, people are going to complain about that. Like you're never going to make everybody happy, but you have to figure out who are you trying to make happy. So for me, I'm like, okay, I know my viewer base is mostly guys or fucking gamers and shit. Like I have a very high male audience that's between the age of like 18 to 35. So a lot of these people are like very similar to me in ways. So what I try to do is I just have based my sort of community around that like niche within the Kenshi niche. So it's not like just a Kenshi community or whatever, but you can come into the community, you can talk about Kenshi, you can talk about gaming, you can talk about fitness, other stuff, like just trying to find ways to also spread like positivity and stuff. Like if your Discord server or your group chats are full of people like complaining or saying like really negative shit every day, you're not going to be getting anywhere with that. You need to surround yourself with like very well like-minded people, and people who are like willing to learn and who want to learn and who want to teach and who want to like actually advance with you. Because yeah, you're gonna find a lot of people come and go throughout like your years as a content creator if you spend more than like 1 year doing it. Which if you do, congrats, you know, it's quite a challenge. But you're gonna have a lot of people come and go. The important part about it is just making sure your impression, no matter what, is just what it is. So if someone leaves my community, like that needs to be for their own reason. Like I would rather them leave the community because they're like, oh man, I don't got time to be fucking around in Croc's Discord, dicking about with games and sharing photos of me flexing and shit. You know, like I would much rather that than them be like, oh man, I don't like how Croc handles situations like this, or I don't like how Croc advocates for people who are racist. You know, like don't advocate for racist people or stuff like that. You don't want to be racist, you don't want to be homophobic, of course. Like all this shit that you would think is like very simple, and like you probably aren't. You gotta make sure these people in your community aren't spewing these type of like ideas or negative like attitudes, because then it's gonna ruin everything. All your videos are gonna have this negative like energy behind them. The kind of energy you want behind them is gonna be like a positive energy and like a supportive community. So just make sure you're like it's gonna be like one of the harder parts of it. It's one of the more like bullshit parts I find about content creation. Just like trying to community manage and keep certain people like out that are crossing lines and stuff like that, and figuring out where those lines are. But that could be like almost like a whole seminar for like in its own right. That is just a very important part about it, and I don't think I focused on that as much as I did the past year. If I did have a start, I probably could have grown even faster or done even better. But yeah, so next I want to talk about is like utilizing other social medias to expand your reach. Of course, this sounds like pretty simple, but you got to figure out like which ones you're going to target. So you might not have time to do like every single social media. But for me, like what I've been doing is I do like YouTube, and then I do the shorts, which I make shorts out of like my long form videos. Then out of those, I put those onto YouTube. On top of that, I can put them on TikTok. I can also upload them to Meta, which puts them on Facebook and Instagram. Right there, that's like 4 platforms. And I would say like you're pretty good with that. Twitter or X would probably be your 5th that you'd want to jump on and put stuff out onto. I don't really post a lot on social media. I do alright on a YouTube channel as is, but I could do a lot fucking better. This 200k could probably be at 1 mil if I networked with the right people and were really active in people's lives. But you know, like I'm busy too. I'm still making content, but you know, it's gonna come in time. Right now, that's like one of the main things I'm working on, like myself, is like community stuff, and then just strategies for using like social media, because that's what's gonna like get all these viewers and get all these people that do watch your content to stick around or watch. You know, if you have to spend 3 months editing a huge video, and then you put out a 3-hour killer Kenshi project, and it's like the best video of all time, and it should get like 1 million views, you're gonna want to have like the right people to watch it, and the right like supportive people as well. So if you can help promote this through other ways, like sharing shorts of your videos. If you ever watch any of my Kenshi like videos, I'll take the best moments out of them, and I'll just make them into shorts, and then I'll post those on days when I'm not uploading full videos, you know, in between. So it takes me a few hours, and then I'll make like 10 shorts, and then I'm good for like say 10 days. And now during those 10 days, I can make more videos, I can do more stuff, and people, I'm still kind of in the loop with people. There's way more ways to like do this though. That's just like one of the very simple ways that I'm doing it. My like ultimate recommendation is like with almost every one of these like categories, you'd want to like fucking either talk to Chatgpt or like study them in like intensely. Everything from video editing to social media stuff, because the farther and the more you understand by the time you start, just the easier it's going to be. You just don't like hold yourself back from doing it because you don't know anything yet. You're going to have to edit some bad videos in order to get to your good ones, or you're going to have to like, you know, do a lot of stuff that you're going to get wrong in order to get to the right stuff. You're going to mainly not want to neglect things. Like that's the main neglect. So don't neglect anything brand related. I'm gonna say brand related because depending on if your channel's personal or brand, whatever. But don't neglect like anything related to your channel. Don't let your Twitter die, or don't like only respond to messages on one platform and not another. Like try to keep it consistent and try to keep like engaged with people. Once you've got your channel set up, you've got a decent outline and whatnot, you might want to collaborate or reach some fellow content creators, stuff like that. The best way to do this, honestly, is just by shooting them an email. If you go to any YouTuber's channel, if you go to their about section, you'll see for business inquiries, you can view email address, copy and paste that, add it to your email list, sell it to people in the Philippines, and then you can try to scam them with pizza gift cards. No, with that though, like if anybody sends me an email to my business email, I read it and I respond, and that's like most of the time the best way to get a hold of another content creator, especially if they have like an inflated following on Twitter, Instagram, or whatever. Like not inflated, but if they have like a very large following, they're probably not even going to see your DM or message, or that might be the case. So that's why my best like answer to that is like just email the person flat out. If you email them, you give them a compelling reason to want to work with you, or try to offer them something. Like, even though I'm a smaller creator, I'm sure there's like a lot of video ideas where that I could come up with and say, hey man, yeah, I already got this stuff done. Would you be interested in coming in on this? things like that, super helpful. And even just like talking with other creators. With other games, it's a lot easier because they're actually multiplayer. But with Kenshi, it's a single player game, so it makes it a bit tricky, but it doesn't mean that it's impossible. It doesn't mean that you can't collaborate with people. Like, I've collaborated with a lot of people through like mods, which is one way. It's not really with YouTubers, but like I've shared a lot of different Kenshi mod authors and gotten their pages like a little bit of exposure through the videos, which is a good way to like sort of network a little bit. I mean, they appreciate that I made the video and I appreciate that they made the mod. Like that's basically it. So how to cross promote your Kenshi videos, some of the things you're gonna want to do. I don't really cross promote my videos anymore. I mean, I share them to my Discord server, but what I used to do way back in the day when I first started a channel was I would go onto the Kenshi Reddit and I would share my videos onto there. Now this is always like good to do in gaming communities, but you definitely want to be a part of that community. Like, I was already posting in the Kenshi Reddit, or like I've been active in it and doing different stuff in the Reddit and active part of a community. So when I post my video link to the Kenshi Reddit and it's about something like mods, or it's about like a guide or whatever, Kenshi 2 news, people are genuinely interested to click it. But you know, it's like if you hop on the fucking Fortnite Reddit and then you see some kid share a video of him doing all of his dances on all of his skins, you're not going to give a fuck, man. Get it away from me. So to properly cross-promote your Kenshi videos or any type of videos, you're going to want to be like actually aligned in these other networks and like communities. So if you're posting on Reddit, I would say post like, you know, like say just 1 to 3, like 1 to 3 photos or posts to every video link shared, because people do check your account and it is like a normal thing. Like if I see like somebody sharing their videos and I check their account and they shared that same video to like 8 different Reddits, I'm like, okay, it's probably not a good video. Or like I just don't, you know, no one's gonna like that. If I see they shared one video that they probably spent like 20 hours making, and they shared it on one place, and I'm at that place and I'm interested, then yeah, of course I'm going to click it. And then I've already got a way better relationship with this person. Like, if I like this video, I'm probably going to want to subscribe to them. I don't really think we've had any questions pop up throughout, so we're pretty like good on that end, I believe. But for like some wrapping up notes and stuff, like why it's possible to start this whole thing, like why should you even make Kenshi videos or any type of videos? It's a skill, it's a trade. You can definitely apply it in the real world. Like you can use a lot of like social media marketing and things like this in workplaces and in real life settings. I think it's a fun hobby though. I think it's cool, and the whole reason why I've continued doing it is just because it's yeah, it's always rewarding, like making a video and making it happen. So you gotta have like that actual passion for it, or you do have to enjoy it. But if you start right now, like I said, if you went through like Chatgpt and did all this stuff, and then you went on to say make content for a year, I think you could get to 10,000 subscribers if you made the ideal like kind of Kenshi videos for 1 year straight. And I believe you could probably do it in an even shorter amount of time than that. I'm sure there's like people who can make videos, or who will make videos soon, that'll come out that'll be like even bigger than mine and stuff. It's really just figuring out, like I said at the start, your niche and like your formats and how you're going to be making these videos. Because if you have one video that gets 1 million views, that's pretty good. You could get 20,000 subscribers from it. You know, that could be a great boost to your channel. But if your next video is nothing like that, you know, 1 million view video, and it's way different topic and way different like theme, it's just not going to work. Of course it isn't. So try to figure out something that you believe that you'll be able to do consistently. Like with playing Kenshi, I was like, oh yeah, I can take all these different scenarios and different stories, make them into a video. That sounds fun to me, and that's what happened. Like I'm almost at 10k now, and I think realistically anyone can still get to 10k through Kenshi. It isn't like too late to get into the game. or like any game really, and try to give it a crack with content creation, I just really recommend Kenshi because it's like the one I know the most about. There's, as I won't show them again, but there's a shit ton of like new creators like Papa Cheddar, Wasabi, ton of like different guys making Kenshi videos, and just people in the community now compared to years ago. Like years ago, like I said, it was dry, nothing around. You couldn't even learn how to fucking mine iron, you know, unless you read a guide. There wasn't a video for that shit. Now there's becoming to the point where there's videos for everything, so you just gotta figure out what niche is still left and what really needs to be filled. Like, are there not enough gaming videos, like entertaining gaming videos? Are there not enough like lore videos or insightful like videos like that? If anything, I of course like wouldn't only focus on Kenshi. I would focus on other games as well. But if you're looking for like a game to just play and make a channel out of, like, yeah, I think Kenshi's probably like the easiest one to get started with. So yeah, we've gone over like pretty much almost like everything I really wanted to in this like seminar. The challenge I have for you, or yeah, recap and takeaways. So let me go through again and just show you guys need a name, of course, picking your niche in the videos. I think that part is probably the most important part. Once you figure out what kind of content you're going to be making, everything else around it will start to line up and you'll start to put it all together. Your main goal, though, should be to create either entertaining or like educational type of videos that people are going to find engaging and worth watching. If somebody watches the video and they're like, well, fuck, man, that sucked. Like, he said it was a Kenshi YouTube news video, and what, there was like one character model? You know, like, don't even do it. Like, don't mislead people, or like or even like start to do stuff like say you get big with doing one format and then you switch to another. It's not like you can't do that, but you got to know what to like kind of prepare for. Now other than that, yeah, Chatgpt, an amazing resource for brainstorming and outlining. It won't make your video for you, but if you're having trouble like figuring out your description, your title, maybe like your thumbnail, you can have it tell you like in words, like, and give you a visual explanation of like how to make your thumbnail so it will appeal to people. And a lot of the times it is like really spot on. So use ChatGPT to brainstorm. If you really want to learn anything else, I would say learn ChatGPT if you don't know it already. And yeah, that's gonna help like at least lead you in the right direction and prevent you from getting into like any of these roadblocks or like stuff like that, writer's block. Now yeah, as I said, for equipment, you don't really need the best stuff as long as you got bare minimum and you can kind of record and edit and render. I mean, if it takes you 8 hours to render a video, just render it at night. That's what I used to do. And that'll, you know, that'll be your best bet. Just render it at night and get through it. The whole goal, if you get to 1,000 subscribers, like, I've made close to 5K off the channel. And then with donations and other stuff, like, a lot of my equipment has paid for itself. So I started with, like, you know, jack all. And then as I started making money with the YouTube channel, we got more stuff. We got a better microphone. We got a better computer and all that. So just start off small. You know, I didn't hit monetization for a while. I was uploading consistently from like, what, October until June? Yeah, October until June. So almost a full year of uploading until I got monetized. And then for like, I was only making like $1 a day on a good day. Now I'm making a big like $4 to $10 a day, which isn't a lot more, but of course something like that helps pay for equipment and helps pay for like a lot of these like different things that we can set up. Oh yeah, other than just collaborating with content creators, collaborate with developers. Email developers, email the Kenshi developers if you really want to. I've already tried and I'm not getting too far. At least not with interviews, not at the moment. There's not a lot of stuff, at least for this game, but I think I can ask them. But we did like set up like a giveaway where they gave me like 20 Kenshi keys, and then I gave those out through the Discord and I was promoting it through my videos for the month and stuff. So just getting like more hype and people into Kenshi and getting like 20 people into the game for free. That was like a really cool thing to host, and they actually reached out to me, or like their social media person reached out to me, which was way different. I likely should have reached out to them a long time ago, but yeah, it was cool to see. At least I got noticed from the dev team themselves, and then was able to like provide something like that to my community that I had been building. So message developers, you know, if you can get in early on a game and then like get press release kit or whatever, that's good too. I mean, you can always get game keys for free. If you have a like over 1,000 followers, I would just shoot them an email, say, hey, this is my channel, do you want to send me a key for free? Chances are, if you're giving them out to creators, they'll send them to anyone with over a few thousand subscribers. If you have closer to 10k or 100k, you're golden. You can likely get away with asking them to sponsor like giveaways and stuff like that for your community. Yeah, that's a lot of really like what I've learned since I started. I think like there's not too much. I also want to talk about like a network with like anyone possible. Try to like focus on your brand, of course, like mainly, but you're gonna want to try to keep a network of like-minded individuals and people like that and shit. You know, you're doing videos, so people have to watch them. Like with my channel, no matter how many hours I've spent on my channel, let's say I've spent like a few, maybe I've spent 3,000 hours on my channel. In combined, other people have spent 187,000 hours on the channel. So like, you kind of like realize like a lot of work and a lot of stuff is going to impact other people, and it's, you know, if you make a shitty video, if you make a shitty half-hour video and people gotta watch, people end up watching the whole thing, I mean, it's on them, but that's gonna be like your impression. If you leave people entertained, that's what's gonna lead to like hundreds to thousands of hours watched on your channel like every single day. But I think we got pretty much like all of the grounds like covered on how to start a Kenshi channel. I'd like to see if anyone can actually do this. If they do, my challenge for you is just to get to 1,000 subs and get monetization. I don't think it'd be that difficult, especially if you make good Kenshi videos and you follow a lot of the steps that I said in this video. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all for like Croc's TED Talk on how to become a good Kenshi YouTuber. If you enjoyed seeing stuff like this, make sure you leave a like, check out my Patreon and whatnot. This was like the first seminar I am putting up or doing, and like I said, I could do one on like YouTube and other topics as well, but I figured this would probably be a good one to get started with, as I could explain a lot of things that just I know specifically about, and hopefully steer a few people in the right direction. Like whether you want to start doing videos for Kenshi or you want to do videos for a different game, if there's a world of possibility just by uploading them and getting yourself out there and starting it. Like nobody else is going to make the content other than you, so that's my advice. Start it today. If you play Kenshi a lot and you like that game, yeah, I would say start a Kenshi channel. If you want an extra hard challenge, maybe follow this outline and pick a different game. You know, but other than that, that's like pretty much like everything I find like important from the past like few years of what I've learned. So thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you all learned something from this, and leave a like and whatnot. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.